I look good as hell. Hey, what's up guys, it's Sher Nic and I'm Shadowhunters Trash, and this episode really fucked with my feelings. But these episodes have been getting really good, like better and better every time, and I'm mad impressed by that. I was really worried because like I thought they would do like a filler episode where it's just like a fun, oh let's find the scary demon, but like not Jonathan. But no, they're consistently giving me more information and more stuff to like digest, and that's awesome. Like hands down amazing. So this episode really played with my Malik heart. They showed some really soft, intimate moments with Malik, and they showed Alec and Magnus sharing like his warlock eyes to him, and that was really sweet. And you could tell that Magnus was scared because he was looking away and he was like, don't look at me, but he saw him and he called him beautiful, and I was just like, oh my god, my heart. And then they showed the night after when he spent the night at Magnus' place after they had the drinks and they fell asleep on separate couches. And I just thought it was really cool to see like how far they've come to, you know, having sex and being intimate and just talking and like what are you afraid of. And then they broke up at the end of the episode. What? Like, I mean, I kind of understand. Like, I actually 100% understand why. You know, Alec kept a secret. Church and state cannot be that separate, especially when their lives intertwine so much. When one is a downworlder and one is a shadow hunter, there is bound to be conflict, always. So it's just something, I don't know if it was something that had to happen, but they weren't going to come to a conclusion, you know, by the end of this episode. Like I said, it was something that they have to talk about, but Magnus decided instead of talking, they should just break up. And I mean, I get it because he wants to defend his people and take care of his people. I totally 100% understand. But I think him fearing something, and he said, you know, to not fear anything is to have nothing to lose. Now he had something to lose, his people or his boyfriend, and he chose his boyfriend, and I'm not mad at him for it. I think he should be able to protect his people, and I just wish it wouldn't have happened the way it did. But at the same time, I completely understand Magnus' reasoning. Like, I get it. Max didn't die. Y'all saw me last week. I said he is dead. He is deader than dead, and he wasn't going to pull through, but he did. They got the Silent Brothers out to save the day and work some magic. And it was crazy. Like, honestly, that boy should have had, like, a crashed. Max honestly should have had, like, a crushed skull. Because, like, Jonathan grabbed him by his head and smashed his head, like, on the desk, on books. And, like, there was so much blood. And then I just thought it was really sweet how, when he got up and he was conscious, he found his way to Isabel's room. And I don't know why, but I found that really, like, it shows, like, how close they are. It's not only on Isabel's side, because we saw how protective she was of him. But he also, like, kind of returned it, and he sees her as someone that can protect him and can help him and keep him safe. So he goes to Isabel's room rather than, like, Jace's or Alex and so on. I just thought that was a really nice, intimate scene. We got to see the parents again. And I don't know, maybe this will bring them closer together. I don't know if they're going to get back together, but, you know, it'll bring them closer together. Maybe they can have a conversation, you know. Why did you cheat on me, for one? Oh, also, shout out to me for my makeup. I wanted to look like a vampire. I feel like I did a good job. So, what's up? Jonathan is a conniving, evil bastard. That's nothing but facts. I mean, he tried to kill Max, for one. He outsmarted Alec and Jace and Clary for a second. And Isabel. Because the thing is about psychopaths, they say psychopaths are really charming and, like, influential. And they can make you feel good. They can make you feel safe. And that's how it's so easy for them to kill you. And we're very lucky that the squad is as smart as they are, because I don't think anyone else would have figured it out. But because they were not only so close to, like, the Mortal Cup and the Mortal Mirror and Valentine, I don't think anyone else would have been able to figure it out. You feel me? So it was really cool to see them all figure it out. But the fact that you know, Max was the one to figure it out first. I think that says a lot about him too. And I hope he kind of becomes like part of the squad. Like, because the thing is, it's like we got so many new characters. There's Bat, who's a werewolf, which I find hilarious, like, because he's named after like a bat that flies and he's a werewolf. I just thought that was really clever. We got to see a lot of Simon and Maya. They got to have a cute little kiss. It was so intimate. They showed a lot of romantic, intimate scenes, and there's something about intimacy that makes me love it and also makes me really uncomfortable. And I think it's because I haven't had a lot of intimacy in my life. So I'd be looking at it and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, oh, that's so close. I really like Maya and Simon. I think it's happening way too fast. Not the fact that them being a couple is going very fast, but the fact that Simon was literally just dating Clary like 3 or 4 episodes ago. I just think that's like bad on the writer's part and like the way the show is being produced. But I like the interactions between Simon and Maya. What's their ship name? Shia? Saya? That's something to think about. Okay, someone tell me their ship name. I'm gonna call him Saya. We find out a lot more about Maya. You guys know I love the Downworlders. Anytime I can kind of sink into that universe, I am very happy and very satisfied. Maya happens to be one of my favorite characters. I think she's badass. She punches Shadowhunters in the face, and I think that's wicked. So we get to find out how she became a werewolf. She was dating one at the time and she didn't know. And he got really possessive and abusive and really weird, so she broke up with him. She went on a date with, you know, another fellow, someone that wasn't even important, and he attacked her, and he scratched her up, and she became a werewolf. And I don't know if she never, like, ever saw him again. His name was Jordan, and he basically, like, tried to kill her, I guess. And that's the thing, they didn't talk about it enough. Did he try to kill her, or did he just want to change her? And then, did they have conversations afterwards? Did they follow up with each other? Like, I don't know, I feel like there's more to talk about. I feel really bad. And she said something along the lines of, I feel like love will bring me pain. And every time I change into a werewolf, this is where love has brought me. And that kind of resonated with me. I was like, oh God, like, can you imagine being so afraid of something because you think it'll bring you so much disaster and pain? Like, that's something I can't even fathom. Like, that is so scary to me, and I applaud Maya for being the person that she is and for trying things with Simon. As soon as she realized that they could be something real, she was like, I want to try this, but let's take it very slow. She probably wants to be able to trust him. And that I appreciate, because that is real. Because people do have abusive relationships and then they want to continue on with love, but it is very hard and it's something that people struggle with, and I think it was very real and something very relatable to other people, and I thought that was awesome. We get to see Luke being the alpha that he is. Anytime we get alpha stuff, werewolf stuff is just awesome to me. Vampire stuff is awesome too. Warlock stuff is awesome too. I just like Downworlders. And we don't talk about them enough. I want to have a whole episode where we just completely forget about the Shadowhunters and just talk about the Downworlders. Because we got to see Luke being the amazing alpha that he is, and he fought one of the people who used to be in his pack. He left for Philly. Okay, so they're in New York, and this guy left for Philly, probably to find a new pack or something, but he came back, and that's when he scratched up Bat. Now, apparently, he's been scratching up mundanes and having them turn, and then he created his own little pack of, you know, well, actually, it wasn't a little pack. When you think about how many people were in that room, that was actually, like, a huge-ass fucking pack. How big is Luke's pack? Because he said the New York pack, which means there's only one pack for the whole state. New York is a pretty big state. Like, does it go from Brooklyn to the Upper East Side? Like, you feel me? Like, how big is this pack, and how many pack members does he have? Because not only now does he have his original pack, but he beat the person who used to be in this pack, which means he also took over that pack as well, and now it's all one cohesive pack. Wow! That's probably a lot of freaking werewolves. Clary figured out that the mortal mirror actually isn't the mortal mirror. The mirror is actually the lake. So is that why the lake tries to kill you if you drink the water? It makes you lose your mind? So, like, okay, so the mortal mirror is not the little compact mirror that we saw. And I thought that was weird anyway, because, like, when I saw it, you know what I thought about? I thought about Sailor Moon. And I saw it and I was like, moon, crystal, power, make up. Like, I saw it and I was like, where's my transformation? Like, because it was like in this cute little compact mirror. So then Clary decided, once she got it back from Jonathan, they had this huge fight in the elevator, and she made another room, and like the whole door just like fucking exploded, and she like flew out of it, and then they kidnapped, well, they didn't kidnap Jonathan, but they got Jonathan, they got him locked up, and they had this huge fight. Like, she stabbed him like multiple times, like, and she was really trying to kill him, and I was like, good for you, Clary, you learning. So I thought that was really cool. She didn't obviously like outmaster him. She had to ruin herself out of there because she was probably going to die. And like, he was like touching her lips and he was like, I want you in the mirror. And I'm like, nigga, that is your sister, and he's still trying to kiss her. But one of my lovely viewers actually commented something about the way Jonathan thinks, and she was talking about how he didn't understand how to love Clary as a sister or as like a lover, and he's trying to figure out how to show Clary love, but he is like very crazy, so we don't know for sure. You know what, let me actually find her comment because it was awesome and I love the way she wrote it. I was like, oh man. Sebastian kisses Clary because he wants to love her and wants to be loved back, but he's now so mentally twisted that he doesn't know the proper way of loving his sister, and cannot make the difference between brotherly and romantic love. He doesn't know how to express his feelings when they are not related to anger or hatred. In any case, the kiss was also in the books, even if a bit different, but you don't know what he wanted from his sister towards the end. Mentally sick maybe, but it was very interesting. You right. You were so right, and I feel so bad because I just assumed you're a female, like you're a lady. If you're not, I apologize. I will literally take this video down, edit it, and put it back up if you're insulted. I promise. So it was something to think about. Like, it was weird, but like I get it at the same time, because like all he's ever really felt is pain, anger, hatred, and like a lot of misunderstanding and probably a lot of disconnection, because he doesn't really talk to anyone who genuinely like cared about him or anything. So I think it was kind of something to like play at. I mean, like, I get it. I still think it's weird, but I get it. Clary's kind of badass, right? Right? Like, I'm starting to understand why Clary's like the main character, you feel me? Like, she really got on my nerves in the first season. But like, I'm starting to slowly get into her. I'm starting to like her a lot. Like, she's really, well, I'm not gonna say she's really smart, but she understands things differently than everyone else does. I'm pretty sure she has like pure angel blood too, right? I think that was discussed. So she's probably more connected to the angels, and they're helping her out because she has a stronger connection to them than anyone else. So I think that was really cool. Yeah, that was awesome. That was honestly really awesome. The acting was fantastic in this episode. Everybody looked good. Oh my god, Isabel was crying. My poor little Isabel. I just want her to be happy. I feel like she had the hardest life. Like, I feel like people were constantly like just throwing shit at her, and she was just trying to like run with it, you know? And I feel like she's slowly falling behind. We don't get to see her as like this badass warrior anymore. We see her as something very soft and delicate and very caring for others. And she's always been very caring for others. We saw the way she interacted with Alec when Alec was trying to come into himself in season 1. So, I mean, it's very cool to see this side of her, but I still want to see, like, the badass part of her, too. You feel me? I miss it. Please leave a comment below. Let's talk about this episode. I love talking about the show. This show is one of those shows that brings up conversation, because there's a whole universe that we can dive into and talk about. So let's talk about it, okay? Leave some comments below. I will answer for sure. I love this show. I fucking love this show. It's so much fun. So yeah, come hang out with me if you want. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. It's all fun and games here. And, you know, let's hang. Let's hang out. Let's go on a date. Whatever. What am I talking about? I'm so annoying. Okay, love ya. See ya. Bye. Did you hear how clean that was? Shit.